oil and filter change on a Suzuki M109R. I've got the motorcycle on its side stand. There's your oil filter. The first things we're going to tackle is the two sump bolts. There's the one at the front, there's the one at the back. They're 17mm. A little bit of skill is required because that engine oil is hot. Alright, I got a little bit on me. So out comes quite a healthy dose of oil. And there's my two sump bungs. And again, I'm just doing this on the side stand because jacking it up, I'm only going to be able to jack it up from the rear here. Of course, we've got this panel here that's going to get crushed. You really want to jack it up closer to the front. So I'm just going to leave these two open and let them drip for about 15 minutes to get out as much oil as possible. This motorcycle takes 3.4 litres of oil if it's just an oil change, but 3.6 litres of oil if you're doing the oil filter. Why would you never do the oil filter at the same time? Worth having a look on your sump bungs are the magnetic little divots there, just to see if there's any swarf on them. I'm going to clean these off anyway, but you might want to be looking for impending problems if you see lots of swarf. I'm just seeing tiny little bits there. I hope you're all in agreement with me that that's okay. I'm happy with that. Time to pop them back in. I'm sure they're both the same, but if you mix them up, you mix them up. So when it comes to torquing them up, I'm just using a torque wrench that's set to 24 Newton meters. And you can stop on the first click. There it goes. So I'm using a chain to remove the old oil filter because the previous owners over tightened it. That was super tight. That's so tight. Somebody was, you know, some people just over tighten things to a point where you can damage the seal. Beautiful, the oil's just starting to come out. I'm just kind of holding it upside down, draining the oil out. Okay, I'm going to let that drip for a little while. It seems the previous owner was a fan of high flow oil filters. They're okay. So I'm putting a K&N on it. Put whatever brand of filter you're happiest with. I'm just going to nab a little bit of oil and put it around the oil seal. And a little dab of brake cleaner will just tidy things up for us. Dispose of your oil in a responsible manner. As for engine oil, I'm going to use Moto 5000 1040 semi-synthetic. You're wasting your time with fully synthetics on bikes like these. 3.4 litres for oil change only, 3.6 litres for oil and filter. I always change the filter at the same time. So I'm going to put 3.2 litres in and then I'll top up as required. So I've run the bike for 15 minutes, I've let it settle for 3 minutes. I'm going to dip the oil. Let's see what level it's at now. I'd say that was bang on. I'd say that was bang on. Very nice.